Am I close enough to the mic?
You're good, yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. It's got a pretty big bubble.
Focus for Nathan.
Please put that on.
I hope you were recording that.
It's recording. Yeah, it's definitely recording.
That's for sure a social post.
Gosh.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Coffee U. We're so glad that you're here with us, and we're glad to be here.
Yeah, we are.
As always, I'm Nathan. Hi, how are you? This is
Brad.
And we have a very special tea guest today.
Yes, we do. Continuing our World of Coffee discussion.
Yes.
With the lone female that went in the group. So sorry for Noelle.
Poor Noelle.
I know. Rough for her.
Introduce Noelle, Brad.
Yeah, Noelle, one of our on our U.S. Well, actually, marketing team for both U.S. and international. So, you've been with us. You were one of the original baristas at our Montevallo location, RIP.
Yeah.
And then
so
she was so good. Once we closed Montevallo, we had to hire her for another role after she graduated.
That's right. And now Randy can't do his job without her. So. Job security, Noelle. Good job.
And she gave Randy a scare this week because tell the story, Noelle.
Oh, man.
No. I need to tell from my perspective.
From Brad's perspective.
Okay.
So we took our newly 17-year-old daughter to Perry's for dinner to celebrate her. And we left the boys at home because they don't have the palate for that. Anyway, we're sitting at a table. And my wife, Allison, looks up and says, "Hey, that's Noelle, I think." And I look over, and sure enough, she's sitting down with her boyfriend, Cody. And I pull up my phone and say, "Look to your left." And I'm looking, and she doesn't see it, and she doesn't see it. And I'm like, okay, well, whatever. Apparently you saw it at some point. And so then Allison said, "Oh, they're coming up. They're getting up and coming over here." And I was like, "Oh, that's interesting." And so I got up and gave her a hug. And then she said, "Look what happened." And she held her hand up, and you're newly engaged. And I think we were the second people to know.
Yes, I called my mom and my dad and my sister.
We're the third people.
Then we called his mom and dad and sister. And then I walked into Perry's and you and Allison were there. So you found out right after
Congratulations.
Yeah, congratulations.
I mean, they knew it was happening.
Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome.
What,
so
it happened like 30 minutes before or something?
Yeah, literally
funny.
right before we saw y'all. So that was super fun.
Yeah.
Exciting.
Well,
yeah.
Very excited for you. So
Thank you.
congrats.
But tell what you did to Randy. You scared him to death. He had a heart attack.
So that was Wednesday night.
Yeah.
And I didn't see Randy on Thursday. And so on Friday, I hadn't posted anything on social media because I wanted to make sure that people at work and whatever heard it from me before I posted. But I knew I wanted to post that weekend. And so Friday, I hadn't seen Randy. And it was getting to be like noon. So I texted him. And I was like, "Hey, where are you working today? Are you in a cafe? I just have something really quick I want to show you." And Randy took that to mean
he was scared.
He thought I was quitting my job. Or he was trying to figure out, what it could be. And so he was getting nervous. And I was just trying to show him my ring. And I was all excited. But yeah, and then one of the assistant managers was like, she saw him before I did. And so she was like, "Have you talked to Noelle?" And her voice was kind of somber. And she really played into it, which I wasn't trying to do that to him. But
it's funny that you did.
But
it is
funny.
I agree. You got to give Randy a hard time as much as you can.
That's right.
Please.
Well, Noelle went with the team to Dubai because we needed another marketing. I mean, Rachel's there, but we needed some more marketing presence there and let Noelle get that experience. So what is World of Coffee? Let's remind our listeners, what is World of Coffee? Yeah,
it's just a coffee expo. There's everything from green coffee suppliers like Baba Java to cafes who are trying to buy green coffee and also share their product with consumers. There's equipment sellers. I don't think I mentioned this in the first episode, but they also have the barista competition and championships for the Middle East region. And they also do a Turkish competition there, which is kind of cool.
And they call it Turkish.
Well, they call it the Cezve Ibrik Championships, which So that's kind of neat. But that's what World of Coffee is. It's just a huge coffee expo. And we had a great time and got to meet it's a great place to network with coffee roasters specifically for what Baba Java does there. And a great place for social media content as well. Mm-hmm. So
why does Baba Java go to World of Coffee from both of your perspective?
Yeah, just again meeting roasters and cafe managers, cafes as well, because they also buy roasted coffee. So it's a good opportunity to show them what we have and get Josh specifically. I know he uses that to pair cafes with our roasting clients, which is kind of cool too. So. And then for the marketing side.
And from a marketing perspective, it's a really helpful time for especially our Dubai team, because we don't have a cafe or really a set space to take a lot of marketing photos. It's a great opportunity for us to take pictures of our coffees and our team over there, and also pictures with our partners. We have pictures with Forest Coffee was up there, and Andrew from Windrose, and just the different people that we come in contact with and work so closely with, but we're not always face to face. And so it's a great time for us on the marketing team to really create that content to go along with and tell our story effectively. And so a big part of why I was over there was to do a lot of the quick content, lots of reels while we're over there, like day to day, kind of recapping what we've got going on and about our cuppings and different things. But then also capturing photo and video that Rachel can use all year long to tell the story of Baba Java International. And so it was.
You may have just answered this, but what were your specific goals from a marketing perspective at World of Coffee?
Yeah. I mean, that was definitely the main goal. Also for me, it was just so beneficial from my perspective, because I spend so much time writing and creating content about what we're doing over here, which is supporting our farmers all over the world that we're partnered with. And so I've read so much about the stories of Ramirez Estate or different, producers that we work with. And so being able to be there face to face with a lot of these people and with farmers that we've never met before, and just being able to really interact and enjoy the relationships that we have with all those people was really helpful for me, and something that I'll take home in the way that I write our content and write our blogs and social media campaigns and things, because it's just different when you experience that a little more face to face, the community and the culture of coffee and how it really is impacting all around the world. So that was really helpful. Creating the content was my main really goal for being there, my reason for being there, but everything that I got to learn and experience will also enhance what I'm doing in my day-to-day job here in the States.
Awesome.
So
very good.
Super grateful for that.
No, what is something that you saw or experienced that you didn't expect?
I think the guys kind of touched on this in their episode too, but I was surprised by all of the fruity coffees and the co-ferment coffees, and I think that was really fun and different from what I've seen a lot of here in the States. And also, our cuppings, we would do our cuppings and have our lineup of our really great coffees that we have over there, and the people would come and really enjoy them, and they would think that a really anaerobic natural or something was a co-ferment because it was so bright and fruity, and so they would ask these questions and be really surprised by the quality of the coffees that we were producing. And that was a lot of fun to kind of see and have those conversations with people.
Was that your first time in Dubai?
Yes, that was my first time on that side of the world.
Over the Atlantic.
Really?
Yes, I've been to South America, I've been to Canada, but that's as far as I've gone. So it was very exciting.
Did you get to do any touristy type stuff?
Oh, yeah.
Stuff? All right.
Oh, yeah.
So what are some of the cool things that you experienced then?
Yeah.
Just in general.
Well, after World of Coffee had kind of ended, we had about a day and a half worth that we could go do some fun things around the city before we flew back. And so we got to go to the Dubai Mall and go see the Burj Khalifa, and we went and drove four-wheelers in the desert, which was my favorite part for sure. I think that was all of our favorite part.
Yeah.
That was crazy.
It was an hour on these four-wheelers. It was amazing.
Did you get to hold the Falcon?
No.
Oh man.
We saw him.
That.
Oh, I see.
We did do the camel rides though. They had some camels out there that you could ride and take pictures with. And me and Jason did that.
That's cool.
I've ridden many camels.
Yeah.
So it's not the most comfortable ride on the planet.
No, they're mean. Camels are mean.
They can be, for sure. But we had fun on the 4-wheelers. We didn't talk about it with the guys, but
that was a lot of fun.
We got stuck just a couple of times.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Well, there's this one huge sand dune. I mean, it was almost straight up, and it was hard for most of us to get up it. So, but several of us got stuck going up anyway. But it was fun. We had a great time. Mm-hmm. We had a great time.
So, what would you do different if you went back?
I think what surprised me and what I would do a little bit differently if I went back would be, I thought because the days that we were there and the hours that we would be at the conference were long. I mean, we were there 10, 12 hours at a time for 3 days. And so I was like, I'll have all this time to like get all this content. And I just kind of expected the days to go slow and like for me to be able to really get a ton of content. And then that first day I blinked and it was 3 p.m. So I was like, oh, okay. So I got to really change my game plan for the next 2 days. And so it was surprising, and it was in the best way because we were having so many conversations with people and building up so many relationships and things. So it really, like, the days went by, they were long, but they went by really fast because we were getting so much done and like having these great conversations with people. But from a content creation perspective, it was challenging to make all the content and then edit it and post it like same day, next day, to keep the social media up to date too. So that was, I think, the most surprising thing for me was.
Well, you did a great job. We enjoyed seeing it from our perspective.
Somehow you made our ugly mugs look decent on Instagram, so we appreciate that.
Listen, I got Brad to be in some vlogs, and that was a win in my book. So it took a lot of convincing.
You did say that was a goal of yours.
It took a lot of convincing.
So what advice would you give someone who's marketing their business there for the first time? Their coffee business?
Yeah. I mean, there's so much going on. There's so much to be distracted by. I think going in with a really strong game plan helps. And I think that's really what we did, having a lot of planning ahead of time for like what our mission and what our vision is for the 3 days that we're there. And going into it, being ready to be like, okay, I need to talk to this producer or this type of client or get my name out to these specific people, because there's coffee equipment people, there's producers, there's roasters, there's just so many different types of businesses represented at World of Coffee. And so just really having a game plan for what you need to get out of World of Coffee. So for us, that was meeting producers and building up relationships with our current clients and roasters. And
just piggybacking off that question, like marketing specifically, what did you learn in the Middle East specifically that might be a little different than what you're used to here as far as marketing goes?
I mean, for Baba Java specifically, what we do in the Middle East is so different than what we do here with the cafes. We're very B2C here, but over there it's much more business to business. And so just in the nature of us being green coffee distributors, much more business to business. And so the way that Rachel and our team have to strategize about the content and things that we put out over there is just different in nature. So it was really neat to be able to kind of experience that, because we've talked about it a lot in meetings, but to be able to be over there and kind of experience that side of what Rachel's up to in the marketing world over there is different than what we're doing over here. Sounds like
we might need an episode on the difference between B2B and B2C.
Yeah. Oh, no, yeah. I guess we haven't done that.
Not that specifically, though.
Yeah.
Because that's really the only, I mean, we do B2B here too, but not as much as we do there.
Not as much.
Not like green distribution like what we do there.
Right.
Okay. Yeah. Sounds good. Thanks for the idea.
Looks like you'll have to be on again.
Yeah. So what was, obviously Baba Java coffee was your favorite coffee there.
Absolutely.
I mean, of course you would say that. But besides the Baba Java coffees, which was your favorite coffee?
There was one morning where we went to Coterra Coffee, which they were also at World of Coffee, but we went to their cafe And
they're a client of ours.
They're a client. Yeah, they have our P&G Natural, and so it's one of their popular coffees that they roast. But they brought us out like a flight of like 6 different pour overs, and they were really excellent coffees. Yeah. But the one that like I bought a bag of to take home and show people was they call it like a piña colada. It's a Colombia coffee, but it's a co-ferment. I'm not sure what it's co-fermented with, but it was very much coconutty and pineapple-y and silky and very fruity, but it didn't so many co-ferments, I don't love them because they're just so fermented tasting.
Right.
But yeah, this one, like it wasn't very, it didn't have that like fermented flavor. It was just roasted very well, and it's really delicious.
All right.
So I think that was my favorite just because it was so different.
Right.
Like, yeah. I tried a lot of coffees. I was very caffeinated.
We all did, yeah.
Yeah, Cotera is great. We love Cotera.
Yeah,
they do a really good job.
They're awesome. They were also just some of the, I really enjoyed like so nice. Speaking to them. Like they're just so pleasant and kind. Lovely, and
They do, which is hard to find, can be in the Middle East, find the good customer service to go along with, but Cotera, they do a fantastic job of doing both. Great. So
we learned a lot from them, the way they present things. We tried to actually emulate a few of the things that they do. The presentation that they have is a lot better. The baristas, and we don't do this here because it's just a different culture. The baristas dress really nice. You know, they present themselves really well.
They're all wearing like uniforms and everything. Yeah. It is very different.
It's hard to do that here.
Yeah, it is.
Just because the culture is so different and labor costs and stuff are so different. But anyway, we learned a lot from them. We think they do a really great job.
They do a good job.
All right. This is a very important question here. Serious time. Tell us some embarrassing stories about Christopher or Jason or Brad.
Whoa. Hey, that's not in the question. All right. Yeah, let's hear it. I don't know if you have any embarrassing stories.
I don't know if I do.
Or funny stories. Something that would embarrass them. That's what we're looking for here.
Well, you did say that when Jason and I would have discussions, you said it was your TV show.
Oh, yeah. No.
That's not really embarrassing, but it
wasn't
fun.
Really embarrassing. Brad and Jason just so many times would be like going back and forth and be like, oh, but what about this? What about this? What about this? Or like disagreeing, but not really, just like having conversation. Yeah. And they'd always be sitting like on either side of me. So it'd be like.
She started calling it her TV show.
I kept being like, my show's on, guys. Everyone be quiet.
My show's on. My show's on.
And there was an inordinate amount of dad jokes. Now, part of that was from
Hunter,
who, along with Justin, joined us from Saudi. So we learned.
Did Justin give a lot of dad jokes also?
Oh, no.
Okay. I know Hunter does. Hunter is notorious for dad jokes.
So, Hunter, if you're listening, most of them you said, Hunter, were just... you weren't on your game.
You told me he said one that was like... was like...
Okay.
Yeah, tell me this one. Yeah.
It's hard to explain, especially... And I'm not using this as a flag. It's hard to explain in English because it was an Arabic grammar joke based on Noelle's name. It was actually really good. But then Hunter tried to explain it to Noelle, who's not an Arabic speaker. And I was like, Hunter, you can't explain this joke to her. She's not going to understand. So...
So it fell flat.
It fell real flat.
If you're not a native
I thought it was clever.
It's clever.
But, I will say, I've heard a lot of jokes about my name. You know, I get called like the first Noelle and stuff all the time.
Course,
that was the first time I've heard an Arabic joke about my name. So I didn't understand it.
I could try to explain it, but
it
would take too long, and then people would tune out, and it would be bad content for this podcast.
No. Lots of dad jokes.
Lots of dad jokes, yeah.
So many dad jokes. Too many.
Anyway, but we're so happy you went, and you definitely kept us in line.
It was a lot of fun, and I learned so much. Like it was a experience of a lifetime for sure, to be able to just learn so much about that side of the world and about coffee, and I'll for sure be taking that back into what I do here.
Awesome.
Well, thank you, Noelle. We appreciate you in general. Thanks for all you do for Baba Java.
Definitely.
And thanks for taking a week out of your time here to go. And
that's right. And congrats again.
Thank you.
Yeah, congrats on your engagement. Hope it goes real. We know it's going to go really well.
Yeah.
It's always
happy
weird
for you and Cody.
To say. Yeah. So happy for you.
Thank you.
All the best to you.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Thanks again. Thanks, Brad, for everything.
Yeah, you're welcome.
And we'll see you all back again next time on Coffee U.
See ya.